So let's talk. Is Lyft worth it to drive in 2026? Hey everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to the Rideshare Guy. And today we're going to be talking about, is Lyft worth it to drive in 2026? Recently, over the last couple of weeks, I did make videos on talking about if Uber was worth it and if rideshare as a whole was worth it. So make sure you check out those videos as well too, because it gives different information based on what that video is. But today, let's talk about what Lyft is and is it worth it? 10 years ago, when you could turn on the app, make money no matter where you went. Today, it's a lot different. So, is it still going to be worth it or not? Let's talk. Now, first off, when it comes down to the app and Lyft and if it's worth it for you or not to drive, it's going to depend on several factors. I can't just say, yes, it's absolutely going to be worth it for you, or no, it's going to be absolute nightmare for you. It's going to be somewhere in between. And as I said in the previous videos, it's going to come down to your driving, your market, and your costs associated with driving. So if you are taking rides that's not profitable, you're losing money and it's not worth it for you. But if you are knowing your costs and you are taking rides that are going to be profitable, then you're going to be making money. So it just depends on those factors. But there are some other factors that are at play when it comes to the Lyft platform as well, whether it's worth it or not for you. So first off, yes, knowing your costs is absolutely necessary. I've said this so many times before. If you don't know what your costs are per mile when you're driving, every ride that you take, you're blind as whether you're going to make profit on that ride or not. You just don't know. Because Lyft does not give you rides based on your profitability. Lyft gives you rides based on their profitability. So they're going to try to jack up the price on the customer and they're going to try to pay the driver as little as possible. And for some drivers, that is lower than what your costs are just to operate your vehicle for that mile. So they might give you something at 50 cents a mile. Maybe your car is actually at 72 cents a mile when it comes to the costs that you need to account for. So there's a lot of different factors there. But as the app overall, is it worth it for you to drive? Well, yeah, as long as you're doing it right. It can absolutely be a benefit to you, and you could make money doing it. You just don't want to trade your depreciation of your vehicle to money, because otherwise you're just not making money. So that is something that you need to definitely take into account. Like I said, 10 years ago, you could turn the apps on, and then any ride you were coming in was well worth it, because they were trying to get drivers on the road and they had to give them flashy bonuses. They had to give them good sign-up bonuses. They had to give them great pay per mile and things like that. Now, there's so many drivers on the road that they can be like, well, let's see who is going to take the lowest ride out there, and we'll go from there. So that's the unfortunate problem with the algorithm. But there are definitely many gems that you can get in there, and that's why there are a lot of people who are driving for Uber and Lyft. But when it comes to Lyft, yes, it's going to be a little bit different. Lyft is a little bit more niche, and I say that because it's definitely less busier when it comes to the overall rideshare. So if you're just doing Lyft, it actually might not be worth it at all for you in your market, unless your market supports it. And, most of the time, Uber is busier. For the most part, you're going to be taking 3 to 4 Uber rides just for one Lyft ride, because they're the smaller company. They are less well known. They're not the Kleenex of rideshare. Uber is. So every time you hear, oh, I got to get an Uber, even when you're driving a Lyft ride, some passenger in the back might be on the phone. They're saying, oh yeah, I'm in my Uber. This is Lyft. So, yeah, it's a little bit different in that aspect. But a lot of the things that Lyft does is actually becoming better than what Uber is. So when it comes to a lot of things that they're showing within the app, how their app is presented, it's actually becoming more beneficial for drivers than their competitor. And they're actually rolling out a new feature called Smart Accept. Now, first off, I say don't accept every single ride, but if you can dial in those Smart Accept features that you want, instead of getting, 100 rides and you only want to take 20 of them because it's only worth it for you to take, that Smart Accept could potentially filter out a lot more of those. And then that way you're only going to be taking something that's profitable. You got to tweak it very much though, because it doesn't give you the exact cost per mile that you want to actually take a ride at. It gives you some other features, but they are definitely trying with different things and they are making it a little bit better. So overall as the platform, Lyft is, in my opinion, a little bit better and squeaks ahead of Uber. Even though rideshare is rideshare, you pick up somebody, you drop somebody off, and you're talking to them and giving them customer service in between in your own vehicle. You know, it is going to be a little bit different how these things come about because pay is a huge thing. You want to make sure you're getting paid. And again, if you are not taking advantage of some of the things that the Lyft app offers, then it's not going to be as worth it for you. And if you're not signed up on multiple platforms trying to get out there and make as much money as you can during any downtimes, then you're probably doing it wrong and you're probably going to be losing money. Like I say, certain markets, Lyft could be sufficient for you. But for most markets, you need to tie it in with Uber and Lyft. You need to tie it in maybe with some food delivery and maybe some other things that are out there as well too. So there's definitely a lot of different apps that you could try. It's just a matter of what it comes down to. Lyft as itself, like I say, some of the great things within the app can make you a better driver, can help you, but it might not actually give you enough money when it comes alone being not paired with another rideshare or food delivery or something app when there's downtimes. But like I say, make sure you know your costs because that is the biggest key factor, whether you are actually making money or whether you are losing money and you don't even know it. Knowing your cost, absolute key. Signing up for multiple platforms, even better. Providing great customer service to hopefully get extra tips, 2 thumbs up. And then using the information that Lyft is giving you for turbos and these incentives that they have when it comes down to the structure, so you know when to go out and where you should be driving, is going to be even better too, because if you're making some bonus, that's better than just base pay. And declining rides that don't make sense is going to be one of the best things you can do. Don't take every single ride. It's not going to be worth it at that point. But if you're picking and choosing the rides that are based on profitability, then it's going to be absolutely worth it for you. And then pairing it with third-party apps like Solo to help you know where to drive, when to drive, what other drivers are experiencing in your market, that's going to be a plus, as well as looking at the RSG courses when it comes to rideshare, because it's going to give you definitely one leg up over another driver who's just coming on, and even drivers that have been out on the road that are just not doing it right because maybe they don't know their costs or maybe they don't know what's going on within the app itself. So make sure you sign up for our RSG course. We'll leave links in the description below. But I want to know your thoughts. Have you just started driving? Are you thinking about driving? What are your thoughts when it comes to it? What questions do you have? Put them in the comments and let us know. Now, like I say, if you want to know what it's like to drive Uber and if it's worth it, or if you want to know rideshare, check out one of these videos right here next, and we'll see you in the next one.